Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Majestix Heroclix Podcast. My name is Jeff, and as always, my co-host Patrick.
T-minus 5 days for the event.
Today is Monday, August 19th.
I know. 24th. But before we get to that, we have some other stuff, right?
Let's knock out our modern stuff and our current events. Let's see. We'll start off with Mr. Easton Brock winning a qualifier with 10 people. He was using Kobik, Unseen, Collector, along with a Floor and Group typical. A little different off the regular variant with the Trader, but Collector's, I want to say, definitely been one of the top 4 builds with the Kobik, so it's not too far off beat. We have some X-Men previews.
I think that was his team. Wait, I think that was his team for Nationals.
Nationals, yeah.
Very similar. Very similar. Where was it at?
I didn't get a location. I couldn't. The Rock didn't post it on their event page, so
okay.
I'm assuming somewhere near where he lives.
Yeah, that's true.
Just a guess.
Man, nothing really. It's the same. Okay,
that's the only big event. There's a bunch of winner maps, but
Yeah, nah. Yeah, we don't care about those.
Yeah. All right.
So
let's.
The more important thing is the X-Men stuff.
Let's do the X-Men stuff.
We did unboxing last week.
Yeah, Scott Porter did a bunch of unboxings, and then WizKids sent him a special box of stuff just for him on the side. So we're going to go through that.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah. So who we have is Amelia Vaught, right? Vaught.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to be the new carrier. She's phasing 4 passengers for Brotherhood and Acolytes. All the Acolytes have a Mutant Messiah.
They all have that where they can all mastermind, but only.
Yeah.
They can only mastermind to that person, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
With this trait, okay.
Transmuted out of danger, super senses once per turn. If Amelia or an adjacent friendly character would take 3 or more damage, you may give that character 2 action tokens to take 1 unavoidable instead. That's not bad. If you do, after resolutions, you may place that character in a square adjacent to her current square.
That's actually really good, right? I mean, it's like super. Isn't it like, wow? So she has mastermind, and that.
Yeah.
I mean, they can mastermind to her, and she can do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually really.
So you're gonna get hit for 6, mastermind her, take the 1 unavoidable, and give them the 2.
Oh God, that's really good. And do you notice how it says, adjacent friendly character, or her, right? So they're doing that whole, how they did it with Star Trek, where like adjacent guy or Starfleet, adjacent guy or Borg. Mm-hmm. So they're doing that.
So they don't have to have a keyword; they just have to be adjacent.
Yeah.
But I like that. It makes it.
So she can carry, but she can only carry what? People that share a keyword.
Share a keyword. Characters that share a keyword with her. Yes.
That's kind of rough because her keywords are kind of unless Acolytes and Brotherhood are really good, it's going to be hard to play her as a taxi.
Yeah. No, she's definitely dedicated for the Acolytes and Brotherhood. 12 movement with the 4 carry.
Let's see.
So there has been a lot of Brotherhood pieces in this set, and a lot of
Acolytes. So they could be good. I mean,
with
she has Perplex with 45 points with a good defense with Perplex and Taxi, and they can mastermind her. That's really solid. Like, she can easily get hit for 3, and then they can mastermind. Like the guy gets hit, they can mastermind her, and then she can regen.
Yeah, exactly. So go back up.
Yeah, that's really good.
Still roll that 1.
Yeah. She could be good.
All right, moving on. Yeah. Assassin's Guild, stealth. If he's adjacent to hindering and it's not your turn, lines of fire drawn to him are blocked. So for 15 points, little cannon fodder, that's not so bad.
It's not bad. It's hard to see.
Yeah. Avalanche. Some more Brotherhood of Mutants, which personally, when I first started playing Heroclix, I that was one of the keywords that I picked up. So I'm glad to see some more. Once per turn, when an effect other than clearing removes an action token from Avalanche. After resolutions, heal in 1 click. So what? If you get leadership, you get to heal them. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Quake.
Yep. So that's actually really good for like the fact that they're healing is solid.
So he has the Freedom Force, and I believe the Freedom Force keyword has all those guys that pop out. All the freedom fighters. What were they called? Friends of the Humanity. So
yeah,
he'll.
That's true.
And then, all right. So Quake,
Giant
when he
Reach
uses
or
Giant Reach 4. That's pretty solid. It's better than the Colossals.
Or he can barrier.
Yeah, at no cost.
It's pretty good. Destroy a piece of blocking. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. This is probably the best Avalanche I think we've ever gotten.
How many points?
Yeah, it's 50.
Yeah, the other one was good, but the one from Days of Future Past is actually good. The problem is they changed the wording to Precision Strike, because he used to be able to quake within 3 squares, like regardless of adjacency. But he had Precision Strike, so you could quake everybody.
And hit everyone. Yeah.
But now with Precision Strike is only 1 guy, it's not that good. But yeah, I mean,
he got nerfed. All
another
right,
solid seal
Beast.
piece. Looks like it's got 11 attack.
Yeah. Beast, Perplex. To use it to target other characters. When Beast uses it to target a character shares a keyword with, it's +2 or -2 instead. So X-Men, Politician, Scientist, another +2 modifier.
So this guy's a really good call-in, right?
Yeah, as long as you're targeting someone that has X-Men, Politician, or Scientist.
Like if you're
definitely
playing, I mean,
like
no,
X-Men team.
X-Men, right?
Yeah.
So like on this X-Men teams, he's like a solid option, other than the other Beast. If you want, what's his points? He ignores characters too.
Yeah, 50. So ignores characters, elevated, hindering.
You're like lagging because there's a delay on your
I'm talking faster than the screen switching. All right, I'll talk slower. Sorry.
Probably.
So we have Beast. He's got 10 movement, sidestep, vanilla attack, toughness, and then the special for the damage with the +2 perplex for 50 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
solid
not bad.
call-in piece.
I think for sure. If you would need that perplex, but the 2 damage, 10 attack is not. I mean, the other Beast will have an 11 attack, 4 damage.
Yeah.
That's pretty good with Battle Fury. But yeah,
no, exactly.
Another option.
If you don't have that Beast with the 11 attack, 4 damage Battle Fury. This is Belladonna. I believe he said this was the first time that she was ever clixed.
Yep.
Sashin, Spy, probably not going to see Mind Control, free if no other character. If no character has her wedding ring token, make a close attack targeting a character that Belladonna hit with Mind Control this turn. If you hit, instead of normal damage, give that character a wedding ring token. No, too far. There we go. The opposing character with the wedding ring token modifier.
By the way.
Oh no! You see me now?
Yeah, you're just frozen.
Uh-oh.
Maybe if you like unshare, I don't know. But I mean, just keep going.
Yeah.
Targeting with Mind Control, regardless. Yeah, that's good if she can get that off.
Yeah, probably not going to see her play too much outside of casual or sealed. Mm-hmm. Blob. Can you see him?
Maybe.
Yeah. Can you see Blob?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, my mutant brother and sisters, I believe most of these guys have this. Yeah.
Immobile.
Same as with the yeah. And then this is what I like is his defense power. Blob takes a maximum of 1 damage from attacks. Blob can only be chosen for Mastermind by characters that share a keyword with he shares a keyword with, and he's protected from Outwit and Pulse Wave. So you're gonna have to hit him at least 5 times to kill him.
Yeah,
it's not bad. 60 points.
Pretty good. Close combat expert.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, another good sealed piece. For sure.
60 points. Yeah, I wonder how good these guys can. I don't know. I mean, like those powers are really good, right? Like taking only 1 damage. That's like he's like a mini Lockjaw kind in the sense that you have to hit him a bunch of times.
Or like the Chase Cap.
Yeah. Golly. Bolivar. He makes
Bolivar
humanity.
Trask. So yeah, he makes the same thing. Those Friends of Humanity, and then the
Or
Sentinels.
Sentinel.
If there's more than three, if there's three or more of the Friends of Humanity, support is free to target Sentinels and robots. One of those just spawners, pretty standard. 35 points, and he has Sentinel and Scientist keyword.
Yeah, that support. He's 35. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cable.
Cable.
Yeah. Oh, this is like the Loki thing where you make two of them.
Yeah, he's very similar to the Loki, where he has two of them on the sides. Except for he can't generate more like Loki could, worth hitting that wonderful shape change.
Right.
He has once per turn for all characters with this power. He can use TK as free, and that's tactical movement. He also has sidestep and phasing for movement power. And then he has a stop click, which is, pardon me, the third click in, which is when if you hit this, all the other cables go away. 75 points. So 100 if you want to play for three of them.
Let me see.
Callisto. Probably not going to see
points.
too much more. Yeah.
Stealth.
Yeah. What is it? Oh. Yeah. Other friendly characters with the Morlock can use Underworld. That's cool. Morlocks help each other out. 45 points.
Leadership. That's not bad. What's the other close combat leadership and what?
When Callisto damages an opposing character with an attack, give her a rightful leader token. When Callisto uses leadership before you roll, you may remove a rightful leader token.
That's not bad.
Succeed.
Yeah, for 45 points with that trait. Okay.
Which way am I going? There we go. This way. Here we are. Cerebra.
This is
Cerebra.
Oh, okay.
So looks like a rare from the Colossals. Other friendly characters within 4 squares modify attack +1 and can use improved targeting through hindering when targeting a character with X-Men or Brotherhood of Mutants keyword. So here's the kicker. Phasing teleport 6, but only to carry characters with X-Men keyword, and when she does not modify her speed value.
Okay, now the more important thing. How many points?
A lot. It looks like 75 is the lowest.
That's very expensive.
That is
very expensive. It's really hard to put even 6 guys if you're paying that many.
It's definitely because that's what a quarter of your team for 300 points.
Yeah.
And it's a colossal that can be outwitted.
Yeah.
And shot
2 damage. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's too bad. I mean, Blackbird's just better.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to talk about that later. Hey, I think everyone knows this gentleman, Cyclops. He's got a trait for Gene.
Everybody knows this gentleman here, like Cyclops.
Yeah, Cyclops. He's got running shot, force blast, leadership. Even though he's the worst leader in the Marvel Universe. Cyclops using to succeed. After resolutions, choose another friendly character that shares a keyword and has 0 action tokens. This turn, this character has free half speed, then move. That's not bad. That's any free move is definitely good. Man, if those Hulks had a X-Men.
Oh yeah, you're right, huh? Does it? Oh, dude. I mean, you can easily
friendly character
do it.
That shares a keyword.
You can easily do it. Because if you play like
Magneto.
No, but if you play like the power batteries, they give you the keyword.
Nice. There you go.
Okay.
He's got a pretty decent dial. What's that? Run shot, force blast up top with the psych pen for 11, and then the 3 damage, and that's the leadership trait. It's probably not main build, maybe a call in.
I mean he's got solid 11. Does he ignore anything when he shoots? I mean his 8 range is long.
Yeah, he does not ignore anything, but 8 ranges.
That's and he's 7 points. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. Maybe not a call in, probably not. Dark Phoenix, we have another colossal.
Oh, she's good, right?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of reading. It's going to show you the stats
Okay.
here. Yeah, you guys don't want to listen to me
Is it
read
30
for
or
the next hour.
35? 35?
35.
I think it's
I think it's
35.
30.
30?
Is it?
That's. But a Dark Phoenix, it's a retail, right? But she hits everyone within 3.
So let's see.
They give an action token.
Targeting a chosen
dude.
character to do so, targeting all other characters, friendly and opposing within 3 squares. So that's 3 squares within Dark Phoenix, not within the target.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hit characters are given an action token and each dealt 2 penetrating damage instead of normal damage. Oof. That's rough. Deadpool had
no, but what's the she has a trait. Go back. She has a trait. When she KOs somebody, she heals, right?
Yes. When she KOs an opposing character takes 4 more damage from her attack. After resolutions, heal her 1 click, and she may heal past her starting line. So you could retail over, kill a bunch of Colossals and Pogs.
Oh my god. Oh, she's cosmic too, so there you go.
Well, no, she'd only heal 1.
No, if she KOs when she KOs an opposing character, so if you do it multiple times, it triggers multiple times.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't say 1 or more.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So if she is able to kill like 2 Walking Woods and a Groot, then she's healing 3, and then she still has a stop click.
So it'd be the -2 off the stop click, right? And then so she'd only heal 2 then if she killed 3.
No, what do you mean? The stop click?
Did you get -1 healing off stop clicks? Oh no, it's not regen or support.
No, it's not regen. Nope.
Yeah, so no, she just heals the 3, right?
And she doesn't have Colossal Indifference, so oh lord.
That's gross.
She's got 3 bolts, 10 range. She's attacking from the back, man.
Yeah.
That's really good. Oh man. X-Men and Cosmic just got good.
Yeah, so if you want to play a 900-point game, just for shits and giggles, guys, he has a 13 hypersonic, 13 precision strike, 20 invincible, and a 6 probability control. So maybe that'll be our new format, is like 1,500 points.
Ugh.
It takes forever. All right, Deadpool, super senses. When attacking Deadpool, and you miss, after resolutions, give that character an action token. And a damage power of perplex, only negative, 30 points. If you want to play X-Men and you want to get Weapon X. If you want to play Weapon X and get a Deadpool on there, there you go. We already saw her. Emma Frost. She is a chase.
Pretty good, right? Good calling.
So here it is, guys. Emma has protected outwit, mind control. When Emma Frost uses it as a range, modify attack +1, and she may instead target any number of characters of lower points. Must still be opposing within range and line of fire. Okay. Friendly characters can't be targeted by opposing characters that are more than 6 squares away. So like a pseudo Bill.
That's pretty good.
And then a little ESD and Mastermind there for defense. 75 points. Definitely a great call-in.
Yep.
Yeah, if she can just call in and mind control your whole team to kill each other.
And she can also give you limited protection because of the 6 squares thing.
Mm-hmm. As new call-ins that we haven't seen, or IDs that we haven't seen used, I definitely think she'll come into play.
Yeah. Also, outwit helps.
Yeah.
Exodus.
Exodus.
Nice.
So he's got a thing. Yeah, this call. So he is also on a 2x2 if you look, guys, but he is a standard size character. So he's not going to be able to be shot from across the map. At the beginning of the game, choose 2, 4, 6, or 8 to be X. When a character moves, when a character more than X squares away would move X squares within X squares of Exodus and wasn't given a move action, that character stops moving. When a character moves, or when a character more than X squares away attacks one or more characters within X squares of Exodus, modify their attack -1. So a little bit of protection there.
Nice.
Like a force, Geonosian force field. And you get to choose depending on what opponent you're facing to begin in each match. Magneto's Greatest Disciple, EE, Pulse Wave, TK, Precision Strike, but it can be used with more than one target. That's actually really good. So EE with Precision Strike is is pretty solid. Leadership, when he uses and succeeds, instead of normal effect, you remove an action token from up to 3 adjacent friendly characters that share a keyword with him. If you do, until your next turn, Exodus modifies combat values +1 for each token removed.
This guy looks pretty good, right? I mean, let's see what his style looks like.
Those are his powers he has on the inside and then on the back. So
how many points is
75? 75 it looks like for the low points.
So he's got running shot, pulse wave, and he's got
precision,
the leadership. 468. That's not bad. I mean, wow. Okay, interesting. What are his keywords?
75 points. I don't think that's bad. Acolytes, Brotherhood, Marauders. Yeah, the Brotherhood's definitely gotten a boost in here. Acolytes, I don't know if they've had much towards keywords before, but definitely Herald is a beefy keyword.
Okay.
Fabian Cortez. I know nothing about this person. He's an acolyte. At the beginning of the game,
we know that already.
Power Overlord. Choose an adjacent character. Modify the chosen character's combat values +1 until your next turn. At the end of your turn, roll a d6, 3 through 6. Deal the chosen character 1 unavoidable and heal Fabian Cortez 1 click.
Fabian. Enhancement.
Fabian, yeah.
Okay. I mean, he can pump somebody.
Leadership. Yeah.
Points.
So you have to pump a acolyte though.
Right, why? It doesn't have to be an acolyte.
You could break theme. Yeah, no, you could break theme. Yeah, I thought it said keyword.
Yeah, but he's also
45 points.
That's not bad.
He's got
good stats too. Steel energy. That's pretty good for this guy.
5 range. Yeah, it's not bad. And then
you're like chopping in damage again.
Oh no! All right, we're just going to go through it. All right. What's his damage power?
That's that one.
I don't see a damage.
Oh, it's enhancement leadership.
Oh, okay.
Depends if you meant. Right. Oh, these guys.
Here we are.
Oh, these are like the henchmen, but they don't break.
Pseudo henchmen, yeah. I think they do theme though. If you pay 10 points for Friends of Humanity when starting the game.
I'm sorry, I meant to say that they count towards their keywords, whatever.
Sentinel or Brute, is it? I can't read, it's too blurry. But he has Sentinel for sure. So broaden his game, another effect, the point value is 5. So there's a bunch of guys that if you hit leadership, these guys can dial's very similar to this henchman.
Is there anything
or the
worth looking at right now? Because this is like, to be honest, this is like, other than a couple of figures, it's like boring. Is there anything worth looking at? Like Dark Phoenix was good.
This guy, can you see him?
Man,
the calls for Retaliator for the X-Men.
You are lagging. No, I don't see anything.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. I see Iceman now.
Okay, Iceman's here. So we'll go over him. We'll scroll through. Blades, Claws, Fangs. When Iceman KOs a giant or a colossal character, after resolution, he can use charge at no cost, but may only attack another giant or colossal. He may repeat this. He's got the colossal indifference, and he's got the calls for retaliation. Place Iceman such that he may make a close attack targeting the chosen character, then do so. After resolutions, he can immediately use in-cap at no cost, but may target smaller characters. So that's not bad. Pretty good stats on their calls for retaliation.
It's a good call in. How many points?
15.
Oh, jeez. So he's
yeah.
So you have 2 of them on the sideline that you could call in, and then you have him as your main call, and like you can even main force him if you want, because he's 15 points and oh jeez. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this guy's good for sure. Is he a rare or common or what? Yeah, this guy's
a super rare.
Solid. Super rare. Okay. Well, hello Groot.
Same number as Groot. Yeah. All right, moving on. Jean Grey, nothing special here. Jubilee, everyone loves her. Legion, he does some funky stuff, but
he has 2 dials.
Let's see it. So yeah, he has 2 dials. He has It's a switch click. He has the regular dial, where he has this chain guy that he gets to create, and he keeps generating chain bystanders. And then he has the fractured savant, and he gets to pick a bunch of different powers. So the +1 for, so he starts with 1 plot point, and the +1 for the plot point to gain a plot point is free. Choose two different powers.
Really
Choose 2 different powers, standard powers. Your opponent chooses one of them, or one of those 2. Legion can use the power chosen by your opponent. -1, choose 2 standard powers. Legion can use those chosen powers until your next turn. And the big -4, I'm control. Legion Fracture can use all standard powers except Earthbound Neutralize and Battle Fury until your next turn. So that's not bad. And then he's got a pretty long dial all the way through.
How many clicks?
6 for 85 points. But the whole thing, you have to attack an opposing character with the title characters. They're so hard to get off. Another great sculpt is the Magneto claw 2x2. We'll go through that. The other ones that I really liked were the Danger Room constructs. I thought those were pretty cool and gimmicky. Mm-hmm. I believe they're taking the prime slots in the regular single figures. So you guys can look more at that later. There's at least 3 Magnetos in this set. A regular, a B version, and then the Colossal. Just scan through these real fast. Oh, and the Chase. So there's at least 4 Magnetos in the set.
I think there's only one guy to really talk about this. We should only talk about. There should only be one guy to talk about right now. Jason Wingard. Everyone else sucks.
Who is it?
These guys are okay. Jason Wingard. Bring him up, and then because this is like, To me, I feel like other people have already done this, so just like whatever. You don't have that. Yeah. You need to look up Jason Wingard. He's the guy, because he's actually matters in our format too.
All right, Shadow King, scrolling through real fast.
Yeah, all these are just, I don't know. I feel like because it's not legal right now. I feel like these aren't legal right now, so to me, it's not that big a deal. It's not even legal at World, so it's like, to me, it's not hitting me yet. You know what I mean?
But even though when we were looking at the Star Trek stuff, I was way more like, oh my god, that's gonna be so good. Oh my god, that's gonna be so good. And I'm looking at this and I was like, that'll be fun in a casual game.
Yeah, there's there's obviously the retail guys. I think the Dark Phoenix is good. But you should bring up, we have it on our site. Look up the Jason Wingard. It should be on our should be in one of the links, because we should talk about this going into our because this will be the last one too before we get to like the good stuff. Because I know a lot of people want to. A lot of people are already doing these kind of previews, so it's like, yeah, they've already heard it.
This is true, but they haven't heard me talk about it in my voice.
Yeah,
I'm just getting full of myself, guys. It's all right.
Everybody likes to. The thing about ours is the Bronze Age is like something different, so it's nice to go over it.
My internet's hating me right now.
Man, I don't know, mine too. It's like really slow.
I know, yeah. My internet's like ridiculously slow right now. I don't know why.
Anyway, we can get to it, but let's go to the next thing that we need to talk about.
So we're moving on to our transition piece here, and it's about the queue and the mix, and was it Enzyme Crusher gets replaced too, right?
Yeah, Trelane.
So all those great figures that
like 4
replace die rolls. Yeah. That replace die rolls. And I think people were banking on, okay, they replaced the die roll. I'm going to prod it, right? So apparently looking at the rules, calculating attack rolls.
Yeah, look at it.
It says, after making the attack roll, before calculating the attack total, players may use effects that allow, the attack to be re-rolled, or players may use the effects that allow the attack to be rolled. Once all re-rolls have been made, apply any other effect that change the attack roll or attack total. The attack roll and attack total are then finalized. So wasting all those probs, trying to get the numbers to where you don't want them, they're still just going to be able to replace them and hit. It's really gross not being able to do that.
So let's unpack this a little bit more. So what this means, and I think this is a mistake. I think it's really bad that it's like this, because originally how people were playing it before was you would make an attack roll. Let's say you rolled a 7, 5 and a 2.
Yeah.
Then you say, you pass back like, you know what, I'm good with the, the attack hits, right? Then the opponent goes, okay, you know what, I'm going to change your 5 into a 2, so it's a miss. And then me having prob, I'm like, okay, I'm going to use probability control, see if I can hit you again. And then and then if I hit again, then you have another Q, then you replace it, you go back and forth. But that doing it that way was, I think, a little bit more fair, because I think I understand why they're doing it like this, because who has priority to say what? Well, I'm not going to prob. So then if you say I'm not going to prob, then you switch a die, then you go, no, in fact, I'm going to change my mind, I'm going to prob. So I get that. But the problem with that is it gives the die roll on these guys too much power.
Exactly. Especially when there's 3 or 4 to manipulate the dice.
Yeah, you kind of eliminate the kind of the dice aspect of it, because there would be that back and forth of rolling dice and like probbing and switching dice and stuff like that. Now you have to wait until everything's done, and then when you say I'm not going to use my prob, then he can change your stuff. Like let's say I hit that attack, it was a 7, and then I have 2 probs in my side. Well, I hit. I'm not going to re-roll it because I hit already. Exactly. Well, then if he changes one of them if he changes the 5 into a 2, then I missed. But I don't get a chance to wait, let me try to, I want to try to hit you. So to me, it gives it's too strong of a hit, because now
it's like an auto shutdown.
Yeah, and on the other side, if they rolled a 6 and they missed, so let's say I rolled a 3, a 2 and a 1, I missed. And then I go to you. Are you going to prob? And you're like, no, because you missed. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to change the 1 into a 6, and now I hit you. The implication of that at Worlds is going to be stupid. I think the Q Prime is going to jump to like $300 or more. Because that is an insane ability.
I know.
Oh, just about $300. He's gonna go way. He's gonna go way over.
I didn't pull one.
He's gonna go way over that now. So, I think that that's gonna be a problem, because what this reminds me of is, if you bring up Scarlet Witch from the monthly OP kit, this is back in 2015. Oh. What she does.
Monthly OP, you said?
Yeah, just look up Scarlet Witch, like M whatever.
This one, right? M15.
Scarlet Witch. Let me see. There's like a lag or something.
Scarlet Witch can use Super Sense when Scarlet Witch takes damage from an attack roll a d6 on 4 to 6.
Wow, that took so long to pop up.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh man, okay.
We're still lagging from last week.
Yeah, you're like really cutting it in and out. But okay, just so how people know how this works, go ahead and read the Hex Magic.
Once per turn, after an attack roll has been determined, Scarlet Witch may give the attacker up to 3 Hex Magic tokens. If the attacker is within range, a character may not be given a Hex Magic token if they would have more than 3 Hex Magic tokens on their card. For each token she gives the attacker, reduce the attack total by 1. Opposing characters may be given a free action to remove a Hex Magic token and modify any friendly character's attack value by +1 this turn.
Okay, so you see that clause up there that says once per turn after an attack roll has been determined?
Yeah.
That's because that's not how the rule was before. So they had to put this in on a power because they wanted it to be after all the rerolls.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Now they just said, that's just part of the rule. And she was put on the watch list. She was put on the watch list, and they nerfed her because the 3 hex magic tokens was unlimited. You could give as many. You can give up to 3 as many times. So I could give a guy like up to like. There was a game against Scott Crampton where his Alyosha Craven had like 11 hex markers on him.
Because there's the rule of 3 never goes into effect, but yeah.
But no, the 3 hex magic tokens. The part that says up to 3 hex magic, and the part that says a character may not be given a magic hex token if they have 3 or more, or if they have 3. You see that part?
Oh, there's no rule of 3 for this, is there?
No. Do you know the part that the part that says they cannot be given a hex magic token if they already have 3, right?
Yeah.
Delete that. That's how the power worked.
Oh, geez.
So I could give you 3 at a time.
Just keep giving them.
So every attack you did, I'll give you 3. Attack you can do 3. So you're -3 on your attack every time.
Jeez, that's gross.
And then so what you would do is you would play it with green battery, and then it's a free action to remove to add +1 to your attack. But if you did the free, that means you couldn't do another free action. So that team was like, because of that
complete
whole
shutdown.
thing, they added the 3 hex markers. But how this is relevant to the Q and Migsy thing is, back then the rule wasn't like the part that says the after an attack roll has been determined. That was not part of like the rule book.
Okay.
So because before there was no such thing as like her power, so they had to say after your die rolls have been determined, like after you've been. So basically, it's like after you've used your prob. And it was very strong. I think it was too strong in my opinion. But now it's kind of back because of that rule. And I know some people are like, oh, we knew that already. No, because when I talked to a couple guys that went to nationals, when they went to or where was it? They went to some nationals or whatever. Not nationals. Yeah. Nationals. They were playing Trelane like how everyone else was playing it, where he replaces your die and then you would prob it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's how, of course, like, if both players don't know how it works, they're not going to call the judge, right?
No, so it's just that's common sense.
Yeah, if the judges,
you think it would be
like if the judges know already, that is irrelevant to the situation if both players don't know, because if they don't know, there's no reason to call the judge, right? Yeah. And since there's like 100 people at nationals or 200 people or whatever, the judge isn't going to go and make sure you're doing they're not going to sit there and make sure you're doing it right because they have too many people to watch and other people are calling judge. Exactly. So now that, basically the cat's out of the bag, so to speak, because I haven't seen everybody really talk about this, but this is
when you messaged me and showed me the ruling, I was like, oh,
exactly.
That's way different.
I'm
going to go out on a limb here and say it has like a negative impact on the game almost, because like you said, if you roll a crit miss,
that will be bad.
And you need a 3 to hit, you can replace that 1 with a 2, and then all of a sudden you hit. Yep. And why would they prob your crit miss?
Yes, that's why it's really, really bad.
That's rough. Yeah.
I think it's really, really bad. So like, people like to joke out there like there's the inner circle. I mean, our little Apex chat already knew about this. But like, hey man, I think people need to know to know this going into Worlds, because there will be some gotcha moments. So I think people need to know about.
I don't like those gotcha moments.
Yeah. So I think people need to know about this rule. They probably, of course, of course you're gonna get we already knew this. What do you guys are, whatever. But no, that's not true. That is not true because it has not been talked about very much, if any, on the Facebook pages, and
I haven't
that's
seen
not how
anything on
they're
the
playing
Facebook
it.
pages.
That's not how they were playing at Nationals. So for those that say they knew, like, okay, sure, but it's not gonna. It's like, I think it's more like a public service announcement at this point, because that is something that will matter at
it's a really tiny rule on page 13 that most people probably aren't going to read.
Yes.
And with these new figures being so predominant, especially in modern and now the Bronze Age stuff, it's it's a game changer.
That actually mattered in our event here, because there was somebody that was playing in the top 4. There was a guy playing Migsy, Q, and Q.
Robert, right?
Yeah, Robert, and he was playing it with Daredevil. So you're never hitting Daredevil ever.
Oh my god!
Because he can just determine what your attack rolls are, and because he can change it at any given time, that becomes like probably one of the most powerful things that you can do in Bronze Age. So I think that's something that
here's Robert's team.
I feel like that needs to be changed, man.
So you had Q, Root, and Migsy with Daredevil, with the Star Sapphire, and I believe both Qs have super senses, right? At least
they both have super senses. They both have prob.
And Migsy has something I can't remember.
It's the same thing. He has, but his die manipulation is on anything. As long as you can re-roll it, he can change your die.
That's so it's attack rolls and breakaways now.
Well, that's for prob, but Migsy can do it on anything. It doesn't have to be on those. It could be from blades, it could be super senses, shape change, anything. As long as the clause of can't be re-rolled is not there.
Oh, okay.
He could do it because his thing specifically says if it says if it can be, like something about if it can be re-rolled. So here's an example. Leadership, he can re-roll leadership. Or not re-roll. He can manipulate, he can change their leadership roll.
Leadership roll. Okay.
Because there's nothing that says that you can't. Yes. It just says you can't prob it, but that's nothing to do with re-roll. That's different.
This is true. Okay, no, that makes sense. Yeah. No, because there's specific powers that say you can't be re-rolled. Or after you prob something, you can't re-roll it. So I guess, Nico, the one that has that final prob, you can't manipulate the die after that, right? With Mix.
Yes, because she says you can't use... Oh, no. I believe it says you can't prob it. You have to read what it says. There's a difference between prob and reroll. Remember that. People need to know.
No, that makes sense. Very, very true. So you're probably he can pretty much change anything then.
Yep.
Or at least 85% of the stuff out there.
So
and then the start. Oh, go ahead.
So the Sapphire battery. Okay, so he's playing super senses and all the die rolls and stuff, right? Well, the Sapphire gives him mystics and shape change. So on top of the super sense, he's got shape change, and then you got to hit him, and he's got to change your dice. Well, here's how you can beat him. Is if you're playing Shredders, I think this team just dies.
Yeah,
because you're never attacking, and Groot is one click. Both Qs are one click, and Migsy just dies because he's soft. So you don't need to do anything. So if you're playing any Shredders, you just kill this team.
Yeah, the Daredevil will take some time, but you'll roll enough sixes eventually.
Well, you don't even have to attack Daredevil. Once you kill the other guys, you just phase away.
This is true.
And then they'll never catch you. Never catch him. But so okay. Let's go over the top 4. So we had 11 players for this last chance trial. We actually had 12, but one guy came late, and the other because it was odd, the other guy just dropped, which was Steve. Because he already won, right? So he doesn't need to play.
Yeah. And so here we are with the winner.
So you saw
the man himself.
So the winning, Mr. Clixo, right?
Mr. Clixo, congrats, buddy. Very proud of you.
Finally broke through.
He's been working with this team a long time, right?
Yeah, he's been playing this. He played this up there. Finally won. It's for the second week in a row. It's a second event in a row, I guess, in our area.
Yeah.
It's a Unimind team or a Nighthawk team, but this one is Unimind instead of Nighthawk. Instead of Super Scroll.
Okay, yeah. Which Unimind's a little more straightforward than Super Scroll. Super Scroll's a lot of thinking powers. It's very complicated. And I know that he's been practicing with Unimind a while. He switched up his blue flames a little bit from what it looks like the last time I saw it, but pretty much the same build. It's the big Hulk, big level 7, and then the green arrow for IDs, the Pandora's box, which gives him the charge or the what was the other one?
He does the running shot. He does the running shot prob because he has like a redundancy on his team. So if he gets running shot, then he picks prob from Ion.
Okay. Yeah, Ion is, as we were discussing, is a very good piece.
Yeah.
And I know we haven't seen a Nighthawk win an event yet.
No,
in the trials.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, who else had a Nighthawk?
It was Super Scroll and Nighthawk.
Super Scroll, yeah. So yeah, Nighthawk is definitely in full force in this format.
That is something you got to plan for.
Don't always count on those the +2 perplex guys.
Yeah.
Unless
you
second
can get
place,
over there and kill them right away.
Yeah. All right.
Second place was Rob. He beat him in the finals. He beat him 23-10. He killed a Groot, and Rob killed a Carnage, and that was game. That was it.
What? That's so sad. All right, so this is Tony's team.
Yeah, because either way, because either way you needed to hit like 21s with no bonuses. So it's really hard to do it.
Yeah, that's
because
Daredevil's not going to be able to hit.
Yep. And even if you have the die manipulation, you still need to roll like more than 10.
Yeah, that's rough. All right, guys, here we are again with Tony Rodriguez. He was rocking the Blackbird,
crazy,
super rare Wolverine, super rare Cyclops, Moira, Lila Cheney, Blackboard Resource. So this looks like a modern team from like Darwin. A year ago. Yep. Darwin main force, right? Okay. See, I've been waiting for Darwin in this format. There's so much pickup power, and he got 3rd or 4th place here.
He got I think he got 3rd, but it's top 4. So
top 4, yeah.
3rd or 4th.
No, it's because Darwin shuts down all the entities, so much other stuff.
I mean, Cyclops, Green Arrow.
What Beast. Signal did he have? Is that Bat Signal?
Bat Signal.
Okay, so like a pseudo Quinjet, but X-Menized.
Yeah, Black.
No, that's definitely no. I'm glad to see it.
Yeah, he went 3-1.
See, Tony's always one to step out of the box and try something different.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
I'll give him much respect for that. And then we have one more team to share, and then this is the team that I kind of got most excited for when I saw it.
Yep.
So it's the Shifting Focus Stranges, right?
It's one. Yep.
Turtle, we were talking about him last week, and then the Gardeners.
Yeah, 2 Gardeners.
The
Skull, Yeoman Rand, Millennium Stone.
What is Yeoman Rand?
Yeoman Rand she's only 25 points. You give her a power action, and she removes a token from an adjacent guy that's like 100 points or less.
Okay.
And then what he does is the Skull has leadership, and then you leadership off of Yeoman Rand, so she could keep doing that.
Oh, gross. Okay, so what maps was he playing? Let's see.
I don't know.
I don't see any maps on here.
Yeah, it might have been on the back.
Did he defer?
No, he played on I know he had Metal Arena. That was like his main one. He played on all the time.
Okay.
But
so I'm trying to think because you don't allow the rock maps. I'm trying to think what WizKid maps would benefit the Gardener the most, where they just can't get to him.
The Metal Arena, because you stay on top and you just like hide.
Go down.
The other one too, I believe, was the Galabrew.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. It's like the big high elevation in the middle and then separated on each side, right? Okay.
And then what he does is he gives the Millennium Eye, I believe, to the Skull, and the Skull has now improved movement like everything, elevated blocking characters. Like he has like not blocking, but he has like everything. So he can see everybody to mind control.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, that's gross.
And then he puts the one that barriers the 8 square barrier one.
Yeah. Isn't one of those stones give you what, outwit or something?
Yep. Yeah, he has them all, and he makes the pogs. One of the pogs is in power, so when Gardner's hitting, he's hitting for like 6.
Yeah, that's.
And he has gamma bomb. So he has gamma bomb, so that if you stay in the back, he's gonna kill your team, and then you have to come up, and then you come up. Gardner does his stuff. So his it's cool because he listened to when we were talking about the Millennium Stone, how we have to break it.
Yeah.
So he tried.
Oh. It's been broken. Don't worry.
Okay, we'll see. But Emilio's one of the better team builders. So
another one with Emilio. He always has the most unique teams that I see out there, and I'm just like,
stop sharing this real quick so it won't lag or whatever.
How am I supposed to deal with this? And with the Mystiques, it wasn't too big of an issue, so I was okay with it. Ooh, cancel. No, I don't want to cancel. Like call in progress.
But
what's going?
You're still recording.
Okay, good.
So he actually went undefeated, I believe. No, he didn't. He did. He went undefeated. He was the number 1 seed, and he played Rob Gallagher in the top 4. And Rob ended up just crushing him because he has the triple die manipulation.
So did Rob know about the rule going into the event?
No, he didn't know it until the final round.
Oh my God! See, that's a game changer. Like if he would have known, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's why I mean, it's going to be really interesting this weekend if anybody tries to exploit that. It would be very, very hard.
Obviously, Rob.
Yes.
Is he coming?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's coming. So, the teams were very diverse there. You saw the X-Men. You know what's interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Steve's Blackbird that he played, that he won, went 1-2.
Wait, Steve's or Richard?
Steve's. I'm sorry, Steve's Quinjet Steve's Quinjet was played by Richard. One of the top players. Not only competent player, but like a top player. He went 1-2 with it.
I think what I see in this format is phases. Something's going to be really good, everyone's going to counter it, and then it's going to rotate out.
Also,
and then no one's going to care about that, and then it's going to come back, and everyone's going to be like, "Oh shit!" And then they're going to change their format.
Well, so here's the thing:
it's a nice little circle.
There's too many different teams out there that it's hard for the Quinjet to really focus on a certain team because, one of the games that Richard lost, the Quinjet was KO'd on turn 3. Emilio KO'd the Quinjet on turn 3.
Wow. Okay.
That's impressive. He just murdered that thing.
That's a lot of damage output. Because it's 14 clicks? Was it big boy?
17.
Or little boy? 17? Oh my God.
But that's because Gardner's free attacking and regular attacking.
Oh yeah, no, that's
what I mean?
That's so much damage.
That's so much.
It's a lot. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. So he killed it, and not only that, but when the jet moves and turtles on the board, it takes extra damage.
Yeah.
It really out-tempoed. It really out-tempoed him.
Oh, I'm glad someone was listening to me.
And then the other team that Richard lost to was the Slate Lydia team, the Slate Hope Lydia team. He pulse waved him to death. He just
I'm so skeptical about Lydia.
Oh, so the team is going to be changed. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. It didn't have Lydia on the team. He had Airstrike Ross.
That guy's gross.
With Hope.
You know who talks about Airstrike Ross all the time?
Landers.
The Boogeyman.
Yeah. Helen. He sent me he sent me a picture. It was of the Boogeyman from WWE. And then I go, who's this? Who's this? I go, it's the Boogeyman. And I'm like, oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that is fucking hilarious.
But
That's too good.
He
That's too good.
so he got barriered to death. He
Uh-huh.
killed Star Fox and he was trying to get through, but uh Nick just like double barriered almost every turn because he went from barrier with Slate and then
Uh-huh.
wall to the next turn barrier with Hope, wall, barrier with Slate,
Jeez.
wall. But remember each of the barriers that
Mhm.
they're doing is a pulse wave after.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
And so he can't get through because it's like too deep.
Yeah.
So he can't like he can't like break one and then attack. He has to break two. But he can't
So I
because
know a lot.
the Quinjet's only one guy.
I'm gonna say I've heard a lot of people complain about barrier teams being like an easy team to play or like a not a good team to play, or not. I want to say not a good team, but like a what's the right word I'm thinking for? Like a cheap way to play. But
You're right.
if you have to position your barriers in the right
Mhm.
place and get it lined up so they can't get that line of sight to even shoot through one of them.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of thinking to play barrier. You're literally playing 45 minutes every time.
Yeah.
It's not an
Here's
easy
the
team to play.
difference. Here's the difference with this Slate team though. He can pulse from across the map, so he's not like he's not doing anything. He
Yeah,
can
because he has the
can
Ross, right? That's
yeah.
just dropping the bombs.
Not only that, but the pulse wave that Slate can do it's a full reach pulse wave. Because he can sniper rifle him 11 and then pulse wave with the perplex up to like 7 squares. So it's 18 squares.
That's
So
almost full board.
That's almost full board. So if you leave your starting zone at all, and like if you don't do anything, Ross hits your smallest guy. So you have to move forward, right? Because Ross is going to hit you.
Yeah,
Now what? Now what do you do?
you gotta
And
go.
then so you're gonna stay back again. Guess what? Hope's gonna copy Ross to airstrike you again.
Yeah.
So now
2
you're down like
airstrikes.
yes, 2 airstrikes, right? Now you have to come across. Not only that, but if you try to pick a map to block him off, the airstrike breaks all the blocking.
Oh,
right? So
yeah.
now you're open for the pulse wave follow up.
And there's nothing you can do to stop the pulse wave. He's gonna hit eventually.
So Nick finished 5th. He barely missed out on top 4.
Okay,
But he could win. He can win with that team. That team is really solid. It got much better. It looks really weird, but man, when you're getting double pulse, double airstrike, it's like you're dead before you even cross the map. So it's kind of it's much better now without Lydia. So, but
yeah, I've been talking with a couple people about Lydia, and
let's go over that.
I know she's the go-to for I'm going to get rid of your resource or I'm going to hurt your resource. I don't think I've seen her win an event, has she? She's got in top 4, maybe top 8, but I don't.
Top 4.
She's not won an event.
But I
mean, if you want to show up and disrupt some people, sure. Yeah. But if you want to win, she may not be the piece to go to.
No, it's gotten top 4 and it's gotten to the finals. I'll tell you this: if I'm playing a Lydia team that's a monster team, I'm gonna wreck somebody because
all right, Pat,
I know how to handle that. No, but like there are a lot of strategies that rely on power batteries.
Mm-hmm.
If I take the Star Sapphire battery, the ring from Super Scroll, he now doesn't have mystics. He now doesn't have that shape change. Now you can just kill him without him getting his tokens. You know? But it has to be a theme team. Because okay, do you know now let's go over this. Because somebody asked us,
I will say the monster keyword has gotten a lot better in the past year.
No, do you know the Lydia thing? The rulings are different now.
Lydia has to win map roll. Otherwise, she can't take the resource off.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm always so skeptical of it.
Well, the reason we have to talk about this is because somebody asked us to talk about it. So we have to talk about it.
Okay.
It's on our YouTube page. So Lydia takes a resource attachment. Now, a resource attachment can be a construct, it could be a ring, it could be an ID card, it could be a sin, it could be a gem, whatever.
Anything attached to the resource.
Yeah. So now it doesn't take anything from the Quinjet or the Blackbird because there's nothing attached to them. It's just a resource with nothing on it. Just like Supreme Intelligence. You play Supreme Intelligence, there's nothing to take because there's nothing on there. But
Yeah.
if you take something with the Phoenix Force, it hurts them, right? They actually have to do something. Now, here's where the difference with the power batteries comes into play. Because how they've changed the rules for beginning of game effects, the active player gets to choose all beginning of game effect resolutions in however order they want.
Okay.
So in this case, now if you're a theme team, let's say, or you win a map, you win the map with Lydia, you pick the map, you both put your guys down, then all of the beginning of game effects go on the stack, okay? Then you choose how you want to resolve it. If you're the Lydia player, you say, okay, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to put all of your constructs and rings on the power battery. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to choose Lydia's ability that says I'm going to take something from the resource. Then she takes something from the power battery. The reason why this is unique to the power battery only is because the power battery is not a resource until it's on the board.
Yes.
Which means if somebody...
That's the only resource that goes on the board, correct?
That's the only resource, yes. Unless you count like Quinjet. But I guess not really.
Well...
Yeah, I guess it's not, because it's not really on the board. Now, if the second play... If you lose the map, then the player says, okay, I place my guys, you place your guys. Now I'm going to resolve Lydia's effect first. So she says, okay, I'm going to take something. If it's not a power battery, she gets to take it no matter what. You know, if it's like one of those Phoenix Force, whatever. But if it's a power battery, she checks to get something from the power battery. Well, guess what? There's nothing on the power battery yet, so she can't take anything. Now that's resolved. Yeah. Now I say, okay, cool. Now I'm going to resolve putting the power battery stuff on the board. Like all the constructs and the rings. Okay, now I put it. Then, because of that, now Lydia can't take it. So, by winning the map... Okay, so back in the day, it used to be worse. Before all of this, it used to be each player resolved all of their stuff before the other player. So if I won the map, I place Lydia, and then I resolve all of her beginning of game effects first. Well, you don't have anything on the board yet, so I don't get to take anything. So
nothing.
The old rules were you had to go second.
Oh, so I'm thinking of the old rules because that's how I have it in my head. Is that she had to defer map. Yes,
you had to defer map before, or yes. Well, if you're not, if you won the map roll, that means you're not getting the map, which means you're already at disadvantage. Yeah, you get their ring, but now you're like on a map that's hard. Yeah. Now it's better because you can win the map and take the ring.
Interesting. Yeah, no, she got way better.
Yes, she's gotten better now, which means if you're playing a monster theme, which is very easy to play a theme team on, you can easily play
Van Carnages.
Like Van Tassel. Van Tassel plays like a +7 or +8 like monster theme.
Yeah.
You know, +6, 7, 8. Well, you're gonna win, and then I'm gonna take your thing, and then now we're on this shitty map for you. So
yeah, that's not good.
She's still good. Of course, if the other guy's playing like a theme team as well and you lose, then you're in trouble. So yes, in that sense, for sure, it is. I agree with you. The skeptical part of it, like if you lose the map, then you're kind of screwed. Yeah. Only against power batteries. If somebody's playing Infinity Gauntlet on a guy, you can still take their gem. And now you took their gem. The gauntlet is now not full, which means they don't have protected outwit and they don't have willpower.
Yeah, it hurts. I want to say it hurts probably the Infinity Gauntlet the most.
Yep.
After the power batteries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you know, but if the Infinity Gauntlet is intact, man, like you see how crazy that is. I mean, we saw Hulk run rampant.
I had fun with the Carnage team. I was the one that was playtesting it to get everyone ready for it.
It was good, right?
Right? I love that team.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm a huge Carnage fan, so to be able to play him actually at a high colossal point with all that powers, I was just like, oh, my life is complete.
I think I'm pretty sure Hobbit's gonna play it.
Nice.
Yeah, because I told
he was asking
me what to play. I was like, look, like the Infinite Carnage.
I got it in a box ready to go if he wants to borrow it.
Oh, dude, yeah, maybe
it's all packed up.
Know. But
yeah, it's the same build that the guy played at my event. So
right, and it's good. Like the guy made it's top
solid
four,
team. He should have won. He was so inexperienced with the team. I think it was the first time he actually played it. He watched me play it once, and then he picked it up and played it for the event, and he just forgot so many powers.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
I mean, it's the first time.
Exactly. That's as long as he had fun, which he was mad at my face. So
you might as well bring up this last thing that. What else was there? There was something else I wanted to cover.
Pulse wave versus a battery.
Oh yeah, okay. So people ask all the time when it comes, especially for Bronze Age, right? Pulse wave versus the battery. So Pulse wave says you cannot use abilities or powers, right? All it says is you can't use abilities or powers, and then it's their printed defense. Sure. The battery says core members can use the powers and abilities of the ring and the constructs. They can use the powers and abilities of the ring and constructs. Well, Pulse Wave says you can't use powers and abilities, which means any effect that comes from the ring, you're not getting. Any effect that comes from the construct, you're not getting. Okay? So how does this apply? Well, if you Pulse Wave Super Scroll with the Sapphire battery, they're not going to get Mystics, they're not going to get Shape Change because they're not getting anything, they're not using any abilities or powers from the ring. Okay?
Yeah.
That's number one.
The effects are saying that the character can use them. They're not an outside effect.
Yes.
Say the boxing ring that says you get the -2.
Yeah, it's not an ability from anything. So, and it's very important that it has to be distinct. Like it's very distinct because powers and abilities come from the constructs and ring. Pulse Wave says you can't use powers and abilities. So you just put two and two together. Next thing. So for example, hold on. The white battery says when you die, the white battery ring, the white ring says when you die, you don't die, you go on your last click, right? But if you Pulse Wave, that's no longer there. So you're just dead. So it's not an actual stop click because it doesn't have protected Pulse Wave. Now, with the emotional spectrum of the yellow battery and the indigo battery, okay, those are neither powers or abilities. They're just something separate like the boxing ring, which means if you Pulse Wave somebody more points than you and they have the yellow battery, you will get -2 to your attack. Because the -2 is not coming from the ring. It's coming from the emotional spectrum of the power battery, which is neither a power or ability, so you will get -2. Similarly, if you're trying to Pulse Wave somebody outside of 4 squares from the indigo battery, you will not be able to Pulse Wave because the emotional spectrum of the battery says if you're outside of 4, you can't draw a line. If that ability was on the ring, then you could do it. But since it's on the emotional spectrum, it's just like having a special terrain out there, or boxing ring, or something like that, where you get minus.
Because when you're attacking an actual battery, it's not a regular attack, right? It's something else.
Yeah. So when you're
attacking, a regular attack?
Well, wait, no, you can't Pulse Wave the battery. Number one.
Yeah, exactly. So the batteries, you can't target the battery with Pulse Wave, correct?
Yeah, you can't target with anything. No. When you attack the battery, it's a special quote unquote attack, but it's not an actual attack. It's just a way for them to tell you that you are damaging the battery, but you're not actually attacking, which means you cannot prob. There are some people out there that think because the wording says attacking the battery, that's just the name of the thing. It's not actually attacking the battery.
It's not an actual attack roll.
Yeah, it's not an actual attack roll because if you read it, it says roll 2d6, add that to the attack, and then you deal your damage -2 if you defense. But it doesn't actually say make an attack roll, because if you make an attack roll, that means you can use all the different things on attack rolls.
Exactly, like CCE,
like let's
perplex,
say, yes, all that stuff, which you can't. They've been very clear to distinguish what that is, so that makes sense.
So it's kind of like support now. It's not an attack roll against the defense.
Yes,
it's just
there you go.
And you're rolling against the defense.
Right.
It's a subtle difference, but it is a difference.
Yes, exactly. Now subtle difference. Now that the transition, equipment and equipment objects. A lot of people have been, and I've seen this a lot, so that's why we probably need to make an FAQ for this. You cannot play Mjolnir, Doc Ock Arms, Ego Gem, whatever gem, along with an entity. You cannot do that. They're both
equipments.
If you do, the entity will die.
Oof.
You lose 25 points. Yeah. Per the rules of equipment. Why? Because both are equipment. So because both are equipment, you have to follow the rules of equipment. Well, it was like, well, one is equipment object, and they saying that's different than entity. I'm like, no. Equipment.
No, it's the same.
Equipment object is a subset of equipment. Mm-hmm. All it's doing is differentiating that it's an object as opposed to some other equipment like entity or resource, whatever.
Or like green hindering terrain versus blue hindering terrain.
Yes, right. They might have
both
similar,
stop you from moving.
Yeah, for your movement, they both stops you, but they're actually different. But okay, so like in this case, I guess it would be the same.
Yeah.
The objects are equipment and the entities are equipment. So you have to follow the rules for equipment. So if they're going to put an entity and you're trying to pick up the blood axe, the entity will fall off. And vice versa. If you can somehow get the entity on you and you have a blood axe, the blood axe will fall off. So I think a lot of people need to realize that when you play this format, because entities aren't really a thing right now. But because WizKids did a good job of categorizing them as equipment, it's easy to follow the rules of equipment. So they did right by there. So because that actually came up because Thanos, there was a Thanos, the guy that played Thanos with Parallax, and he gave him the Ego Gem.
Ooh.
Okay. So and then he put the Reality Gem on the board. Okay. So what he was doing was he would go get the Reality Gem and pick it up. So he would have Reality, Ego, and Entity, right? So how this works? So
is, I'm thinking at the beginning of the game, he'd lose one or the other immediately, right?
Yes. Okay. Exactly. Okay. So in the beginning, you choose. It's not illegal. You can put it. It's just when you start the game, one of them will fall off. So obviously, he's gonna keep the entity and drop the other gem.
Ego.
Well, here's the problem: if you go later in the turn and pick up the Reality Gem, the entity falls off now because you picked up something else later on. So that's what he was doing.
Definitely not a fair trade.
So, right. So what I was doing was when we were like checking the list, I was like, oh, your team is legal. Like, okay, cool. And then when we go out there, he's like, well, you signed off on it. I'm like, your team was legal. There's nothing that says you can't play Reality Gem with. It just means that if you pick it up, it falls off. That's all that means. I'm not going to tell you, well, you shouldn't do that because I know what you're doing, because I don't know what he's doing. I'm not supposed to know. I'm just supposed to check if it's legal. And it's legal. And then when you put two things on, you just decide at the beginning of the game which one you want.
Exactly. It's a personal choice.
Yeah.
It's a deeply personal choice, but
yeah. So that's it was a tough pill to swallow, because the game that he lost 88 to 65.
Oof.
Because the Parallax died.
And that 25 came from Parallax.
That would have been the win.
Oh man, that's rough.
It's rough, right? But I said, look, I remember telling him, it's better that you learn now than do it next week.
Exactly.
So it sucks
because you look at someone's sheet and you're just like, I don't know what you have planned.
Yeah,
but it's
I don't
legal.
know what you're supposed to tell. I don't know what your moves are. And,
let me sit down for 30 minutes and have you explain your team to me. Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, look, we have to check all these other lists to make sure that the IDs are correct, the math is correct, that you're not playing two resources. I'm not about to sit here going, I don't know, like your plan is going to pick that up. I don't know that. So
yeah, I have no idea what you have planned, but it fits the criteria of our event and it is legal.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you do you, buddy.
Yeah. So it
Yeah,
sucked,
not sound
but
like
I'm
Nick
like,
or anything, but
yeah, I
yeah.
was like, look, man, you presented me the team and look fine. I don't know you're gonna go pick that up. So
yeah.
But check this out. Bring up Jason Wingard. I sent it to you, right?
All right, it's up. Let me share my screen one more time. We've been having some issues with screen sharage. You're saying he's
really good for both
Brotherhood of Mutants, Hellfire Ruler. So this is what from Eternal Games. Mind Control. When Jason Yengard uses it as a range, he may count range and draw a line of fire from any character he hit this turn. And if he hits, after resolution, he can use Mind Control at no cost, but only target a character he hasn't targeted with Mind Control this turn.
So he may
repeat this. Vulture for Mind Control.
Okay. Now here's where it gets good.
All right, free. Choose a character on your sideline. Oh yes, I remember this one. 150 points or less on their highest point line. Generate a bystander printed on that card, that character's card. Each bystander generated this way has max 1, so you may activate this ability only twice per game.
Oh my god! And then
that's so it's kind of like
then he has. It's like a call-in.
Has protected out with leadership
for bystanders. Yep.
Yeah.
But he may remove the action token regardless of adjacency. That's pretty ridiculous. You know what that means? That means he can remove the token off of the bystanders he calls in.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere on the map.
Or anyone across half the map.
Jesus. And then he has Mastermind Super Sense. Okay. All right. Let's break this guy down. Number 1, he's 75 points. Not unique, so he could be crazy. Number 2, the Mind Control with 8 range, 11 attack with the Vulture type of ability is or Hawkeye type of ability.
Yeah, the Hawkeye
is pretty nuts, right? Because he can just end up killing all your guys. He can just end up killing guys, right? Like he can like
keep attacking.
He can like chain Mind Control like Groot onto a Groot.
So it's kind of like what do you call it? A Yondu?
Yeah,
you just keep going, control. Right? Yeah.
So he has the leadership is good, and then so the free action of bringing in a guy. Okay. It's awesome for modern, right? You can call in Isaac, right? You can call in like the Isaac one's probably one of the better ones, just because those are all really powerful, and he can call in
Tony Stark, the SR with all the bots.
Yes, from the Iron Man. Yes,
the Iron Avengers.
Yes.
Yeah,
he can call in any of those guys, and the good thing about calling whoever the big one, the big one in the Isaac, where he can call in only if he has the other 2 guys on the board.
The other 2, yeah.
Right.
He doesn't have.
He can just generate that guy. Period. He could just generate him, right?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Just do it.
Well, here's where it gets even crazier in our format, in Bronze Age. Dr. Demonicus, son.
Is that Doctor DOC or
DR? You can just put Demonicus.
What is he? DC or Marvel?
Dr. Demonicus.
Marvel or DC?
Demonicus. Demonicus. You should write Demonicus.
Let's do DR. You're assuming I know how to spell here.
Demon. Just write demon.
Demon.
All right.
There we go.
Okay,
Nick for Agents of Shield.
There he is. Okay.
Oh, I don't
Look
have
at this
yet.
guy.
Obviously, it's not on here.
Oh crap! He doesn't have it on here. Okay. You would have to go. You'd have to go into Shield set and bring him out. But okay. But look at his ability, right? He can call in a guy from his There's 4.
Batragon.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a 9 charge, 11 attack, 19 toughness with a 4 CCE.
Colossal.
Okay. Colossal. Oh Jesus Christ. What's that guy? The dinosaur. That guy that makes all the dinosaurs. Cerebrus.
Look at this one.
7. Oh jeez. EE, 18 impervious, and RCE with a 7 range dual target. Why not?
Okay. And then
hand of 5. Flurry, triple target, super senses with an invulnerability at 18. That's
Dude.
Star Child.
Okay.
Big
and
money
then Star
here.
Child.
Plasticity, Psych Pin, 4 damage, 18 super senses.
Okay.
All right, that's.
So look at Hand of 5 real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So one of the cool things you could do if you want to do this is you can
Flurry is gross.
you can run them up like they do in like Alyssa does with the Medusa.
Yeah.
You run up Jason, and then you call in for free Hand of 5 and then Flurry.
That's gross. Does Medusa have? I mean, does Alyssa have theme?
No, she does not.
Has she thought about running a Nighthawk?
For what?
To stop people from killing her as easily? No, you don't think it would help?
I mean, she's not trying to. She's just trying to get as fast as possible, not trying to like prevent them from attacking. But so these guys are like, you see how beefy they are, right? 8, 11, 8, 4.
Yeah, these are all really good pogs.
So in Bronze Age, this guy is nuts. Right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
He's calling in, and he can call in 2 of them for free.
They all have 11 attack.
Dude.
Yeah, all 11 attack, 3-4 damage.
Look at that.
Batragon has the 3 damage.
Batragon is 19 defense.
Yeah, that's.
Dude, he's close combat expert.
CC. I know. So you drop him in right next.
No, not even next. Because he has Giant Reach 3. He has Giant Reach 3.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god. So what? 13 for 4, 12 for 5, 11 for 6. Why not, right?
And remember, if you're playing somebody like
modifiers,
if you're playing somebody like Overdrive who has Empower, then you're doing for sure 6 damage.
Oh yeah, all day, easy.
So there you go. That's the guy. Of course, there are other guys, but he's the best one. I think he's the best one.
Yeah. Dr. Comenius, guys, check him out right here. Damn.
And
check the eBay.
You know what's funny? You can even play him. You can just play him on your team alongside Wingard, and now you have 2 Demonicus.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You know why? Because if you look at Demonicus, he gives adjacent friendly characters with Colossal +1 defense. Right?
What are his keywords? Oh, scientist. There you go.
Yeah, and he has Perplex.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh boy. Can you imagine having 2 of these guys right away? Because like it takes a while for him to do it because he has to push and whatever. But you can do it in 1 turn. You can bring 2 of them out.
So what is it? The 8 range? Where's the 8 range guy? Oh no, it's Cerebrus. Yeah, 7 range. EE with RCE. 2 of those right off the bat. Come at me.
So that's another thing you can try to do in this format, because I mean, on top of that, like Wingard just has that chain mind control, right? So you can just keep going.
Yeah. Oh man, mind control. I want to say within the past year, at least I've noticed has had a big influence in the competitive environment.
You know what?
From Starro to a bunch of other stuff. So
in Bronze Age, Nighthawk Prime puts him in check. Because they can't mind control. So that's good.
Yeah, Nighthawk. I know that a lot of people are worried about Nighthawk in this environment.
But you know, he's very easy to kill, though, man. I've seen him die. We were just testing tonight, and he had a Phoenix Force on him, and I play Shredders, and I just killed him. I'm like, well, I'm on Flurry Blades. Okay, sidestep, take 1. All right, Flurry Blades, dead.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, now you got to hit everybody's +2. Okay, go ahead. You know, so yeah. By the way, dropping that 1 ID card for the Doom Buggy is like humongous. By the way, because
on the Shredder team we talked about,
because if you put it at the right spot, they get -1 attack on top of your defense is already high. So they're just missing. Yeah. He was like, okay, what am I at? I'm like, oh god. I'm like, yeah.
All right, well, send
you're -1.
Send me that updated list.
Yeah. Well, it's just because you have 3 ID cards, right?
Yeah.
Well, I just take out Green Arrow and I put in the Doom Buggy.
Is it worth it?
My list has Chamber and Black Widow.
Chamber over Beast.
Yeah.
Chamber over Beast. Okay.
Because I don't have prob, so I'd rather play Chamber who has penetrating poison.
Yeah.
Right, and then if you get them off, if you like, you can. I've had it where I've poisoned like 3 times because you call them in, poison, and then oh, they have no more defense. And then poison from
poison. Oh, okay. All right. I'll look at that before the weekend because I'm not going to be playing, but my best mate is. So,
but if
I want to make sure he is well prepared.
But I did put the second fragment like you had, and I like that much better. I like it way better.
Yeah,
it's way better.
That 2-1 click is so much better.
It's so much better.
If you're only on the 1/1, you can't click up to the +2 stats at the end. Unless something dies.
Here's the problem with the way you have it, where you put it on mini. With outwits on the board, you need to have the double defense to stop them from just smashing you, because you know, it was so hard for him to hit through imperv invuln on clone, because he had to outwit he can only outwit so much, because it's like I have deflection. What are you gonna outwit?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, are you gonna outwit the imperv? Okay. Are you gonna outwit the invuln? And then for mini, you're like, he has toughness on top of the invuln, and you're like, oh my god, how do I fight this guy?
Yeah.
So it gave me a lot more. It gave me a lot more like survivability because of that, and also it helped. There was a couple times where I picked phase and outwit, and because of that, clone would be naked, right? If it doesn't, if you don't have the imperv. But then because the invuln was there, he was like still safe.
So you're saying put TK on Shredder and then keep the imperv and the Namor on the...
No, I put the Namor on clone.
What does that do?
Namor? Yeah. +1 move.
It's only...
He has Avengers. He needs...
Yeah, but not for the whole team.
Yeah, but he's the only one that needs it because he's carrying mini.
Okay.
Yeah. So you go +1 move from Ion, and the +1 move from the Avengers. That's 9 squares.
So yeah, he's moving 8 carrying.
Yeah, because remember, I'm not moving Peace Machine close. I'm keeping him back, so I don't need the +1 move. I just need to move far enough so that I can outwit somebody and then just call in if I need to, because I'm putting those 2 guys in front. And Mini gets the magic, and then Peace Machine gets the Cyclops. So
yeah.
But I really think you need to keep the invuln up top.
Okay.
Yeah, because it gives you double defense on
double
mini.
Defense. No,
you get double defense on both.
I can't argue with that.
That's huge, man. Like, you know, all it takes is 1 outwit from somebody, and then they hit clone 2 times for 3, and then like he's popped.
Exactly.
But they need 2 outwits if they want to pop clone, and that's really hard in this form. 2 outwits.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Dude, they're minus 2. Dude, it's sick because like they're -2 from clone, they're -1 from the Dune buggy, and you're +1 defense from the things. So they need like 11.
Yeah, the +1 for the defense on the resource is so big.
That's what convinced me. I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna do it because it's really hard. And then in the second or third click, it's like steal energy.
Yeah. That section of the dial is really well built for what it is. And like I said, if you can kill a couple things and get that +2 all around, your Peace Machine is going out killing things like it's no tomorrow.
Dude,
he's gonna hypersonic
cool in. Dude, I did the hyper where the Shredder did the double. He did the double hit with the hyper.
Yeah, no,
I hypered in guy, and I finished my move on another guy, and then it's like, just take another one. Boom, boom. They took extra damage.
You take a damage.
Yeah, it was sick, dude.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
The charge or the hypersonic with those figures is, it's extra damage on top of what you're already doing.
So I've been testing it. I've been running it against people here at the store just to see how they want to because they want to play against it. And it's just like
everybody wants to play against the Shredders.
Oh my God, it is just running over everything, man.
It's a good team.
It was
a great collaborative effort.
Yeah, I don't know how they can. I don't know it. Although I did almost.
It's not unbeatable.
Yeah, no, I mean, when I played Alyssa, she got her attacks high enough to where she just popped many.
She must have dealt all her attacks to a mini though.
But that's a crap load of mystics that she's taken though.
Yeah, I was gonna say all her things died, and then you just move in, and then her.
Yep. Well, that's what it was.
Medusas die.
She's going, and I'm like, "Hey, are you done? All right, here it comes. Just boom, 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 and then you're just all dead." But it's close. She's a really good player. She knows what to do. Yeah. So, I think
when I played her at the modern event, I just backed into a corner, and she only could attack so many people, and I think she made 2 out of the 3 attacks, and then I just poisoned and.
That's the thing. Yep.
Just went to town because I had to remake her on Shredder.
But the team is her team is like quite a bit different than when you saw. She's like really changed it a lot.
Oh, I'm sure.
So.
Yeah, that was for a modern event. This is way different.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Well,
but
it's already.
It's late.
It's Monday night, guys.
It's not holding up so well. So
yeah. Well, we'll just.
You guys will see us live this Saturday.
Yeah. Hopefully, you know what? We'll have to talk about that. Are you coming on Friday?
That's the plan. I'm trying to leave as early as I can. Just depends when.
Come Friday, and then we'll get food. We'll talk about it.
Sounds good. Well, it's good down there. I don't want Vietnamese food. I get that all the time.
Well, dude, there's all kinds of places we can go.
I'm teasing you.
But yeah, we'll. If anybody wants to know about the event, it's this weekend. Registration's at 9. We start at 10. It's Bronze Age. It's a 1K, so there's $1,000 prize purse. We're giving out almost all of the 2019 purchasable. We're giving all the purchasable LEs out for between the co-main event and the main event, as well as like Raven, Bombshell, Ambrose. Like there's a few of them out there. Obviously,
there's a Kyle, right?
Yeah, there's a Kyle. We also have a map.
Oh, I'm so excited for that map. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. We everybody wanted that map this weekend, so it's fun to play. Dave loves it, so I'm glad he won. So
good.
But yeah, that's basically it, guys. There's gonna be more articles this week. There's gonna be article on the Hulks. There's gonna be article on Turtles, and then probably a quick primer on what to expect this weekend. And hopefully we'll be live streaming. If not, we'll be recording it and then putting it up on YouTube.
Yep. And either way, you guys will see it all.
Yeah, so Jeff will be here, and it'll be fun.
I will.
Festivities will be awesome. So until next time, guys, when in doubt, perplex the attack.
Don't forget to practice rolling your dice, guys. Take it easy.